Hey everyone, it's Woozle Gaming here, and I hope you all have had a brilliant Easter. So going straight onto the game right now, you'll see that I am on my Lena, and we are going to be going through the training ground guide. So during this guide, I'm going to give you 3 different options to what I would suggest you do depending on what you like to do within the game, as well as something that I'm pretty sure most of you aren't quite aware of. I'm sure most of you probably do know, but I've not seen it being mentioned from anyone. So we're going to cut with that right now because it does play a very, very big part into the suggestions to what I'm going to be showing you all afterwards. So let's just quickly go to the training grounds on my Lena. And let's go to my reflexes. Now, this is actually my training grounds currently for those of you who are interested in seeing it. I do get asked it almost every single time I do stream or make a video. So there you go. It's there for you. Now, reflexes is for critical rate resist. And as you can see, my current resist is 31.2%. And for the next one, it's 31.4%. That is a 0.2% increase for a level up. And you're thinking, you do level up? That sounds about right, but that is wrong actually, because with the level cap, when it went from level 80 to level 90, it increased the training ground cap from 60 to 70. So if we just quickly go back now, and we're going to click on our Kiki, because Kiki's, you know, one of my low accounts or low characters, and as you can see, I'm level 20 in all of them and 21 in reflexes. Now, as you can see, the current is 6.9%, but the next is 7.5%. Whee, what happened there? So that's a 0.6% increase, which is 3 times more than what you get when you are level 60 onwards to level 70. So every level up after level 60, you get a very, very low increase for every level up. So, you know, you don't spend any less tokens, you don't spend any less gold. Now, do remember, this is level 20 on this account. When you hit level 30, you have to spend 2 training tickets, but the level ups are still the same. So now that I've just quickly thrown that out there, if we quickly go back to our Lena again, and we go back to the training grounds, you know, still 2 training tickets, but it only goes up by 0.2%. So within this guide, all the suggestions that I do give you is up to level 60. So once you hit level 60 in that actual skill, in like strength or agility or defensive stance or whatever I do tell you, it's up to level 60, then you change to the next one. Then once you've got all those skills already done to level 60, then you work on them to level 70. So I thought I'd just clarify that right now, because it does diminish big time, and it doesn't make it worth it. So there you go. I hope you all learned something there. So that aside, the first build is PVE for adventures, Tower of Trials, or the Tower of Challenge. So this is just for the casual players that really don't do too much in the game, and you're just doing the adventure, still leveling up. Or it could be for those of you who like to play on your ults and you just want to get the free rewards from the Tower of Challenge and Tower of Trials and things like that. So the first one you want to work on is your attack and your defense. Whichever one you need to work on, you do first. You can mix and match it. It makes no difference. Attack obviously being slightly better in terms of damage if you do plan on doing other things. After you've done attack and defense, you're going to want to go critical damage followed by critical rate. And that is pretty much all you want for PvE adventures, and once you've maxed those out, you can do the other 4 to however you want. Okay, so the second build that I would suggest is for those of you who want to do PvE for raids, co-op dungeons and still defense. So for those of you who want to go really high points, high ranks for the costume pieces, or you just want to be really good in those kind of parts of the game, you want to focus on critical damage first, followed by critical chance, then attack speed, which is very surprising, right? And then you want to go defensive stance. Now, the reason being is HP, critical rate resist, and critical damage resist really don't play any role in PvE at all. HP does make you a little bit more tankier, so it makes you a little bit harder to kill. But you shouldn't be anywhere near to dying in those game modes anyway. So that's why I've kind of left HP out of the question. Now, critical damage over attack is mostly because you do a lot more damage with the critical damage than you do from improving the attack power. So that is one of the biggest reasons to why that is first. And critical rate means you do crit more often, so when you crit, you deal a lot more damage. They also improve your attack power anyway, so it's like double bubble. It's just not as much as the attack power raw, if that makes sense. And then obviously you go attack power, attack speed, because again, attack speed does make you deal a little bit more damage, because you're attacking a little bit faster. It's more so for the normal damage than anything else. It doesn't really affect the skills as far as I'm aware, but it also does improve your combat power. And then defense last, because if you do take damage, it just does protect you that little bit more, so you're not going to be taking that much more damage. And then that brings us to the third and final build, and that is for PvP, which I'm sure most of you are here for right now. So that covers duels, brawls, and guild wars. So the first thing you want to level to level 60 is your critical rate resist, which is, yeah, that is pretty self-explanatory. It means that they will find it harder to crit on you. So it kind of nullifies their crit rate chance with your crit rate resist. And if you do not level that up, you will get crit on like no tomorrow. You will just fall down like a sack of bones. Like, honestly, it's the biggest difference in PvP ever. Then after that, you want to go critical damage resist. And the reason for that is when they do crit you, you don't want them to hit you that much more with the critical damage. And because everyone does go with critical damage in the training grounds, you want to nullify that as much as possible. And it does save you a lot of damage, meaning it is the second best one to go for PvP. And then third is HP, so you do get higher HP, which is obviously needed to survive more combos or more skills or just more damage. And then you're going to want to go critical damage followed by critical rate. Attack, defense, and attack speed make almost little difference in PvP whatsoever. If you was to go with any of the other three, it's obviously attack power. Defense and attack speed make no difference. You don't auto attack, you don't normal attack too much, making the attack speed kind of, it makes it worthless. And the defense, again, it really doesn't make that much difference. So you're probably thinking to yourself right now, I've just given you all three builds and I'm not following any one of them. And that's because I've learned over the time of myself playing and I made mistakes. And this is where you guys will not be making the same mistake, but you can mix and match. So my current build right now is obviously aimed towards PvP, but also for the PVE for co-op, raid, and seal defense. Now, I did start off the account wanting to go more PvP. Then at one point, I wanted to get my red monkey stuff to level 30, and I wanted to get the ranked rewards in raids. So that's when I decided to go critical damage, because that is the best for PvE, for raids, co-op dungeons, and seal defense. And it's also extremely good for duels as well, when you want to just take people out in one rotation, or just 2 rotations, or however strong you are, and how many rotations it takes you to kill them. So that is why I went critical damage instead of critical damage resist, because I did switch between PvP to the PvE side of things. And then after that, I was so low on HP, like I was super low. I'm still very low, so low that I still get people killing me in one rotation, because that's how low I am. The HP really does help you just survive a little bit better. Plus, when you go in Guild Wars increases your HP by 2.5 times your base. So the more HP I had, the more I had in Guild Wars. So, and not just that, when you get the Agate Magic Stone, it's done by a percentage, 0.5% of every crit that you deal, you'll get back in health. So more HP meant I get bigger heals back. So that's one of the biggest reasons to why I did go HP instead of critical damage resist, which I will be doing now. So you can see right now that level 60 to level 70, which I explained earlier, it does get very, very, very low reward because of the diminishing returns from the 60 to 70. I have no idea if that was intentional or if that was a bug or something. I'm guessing it was intentional though, so you don't get crazy numbers. So we're going to work on critical damage resist right now, and I'm literally just going to do train all. Right, and we're just going to do, oh, okay, we can't do that. We got to go down to 26. There we go. So now, as you can see, just proven by what I've told you, I've just used all my saved up training tickets for like the past 2 weeks or however long it was, and put them in critical damage resist instead of the other 3, because they just aren't as rewarding anymore. And critical damage resist is a massive role in PvP, and that's what I'm aiming for right now in my videos for you guys with the duels and the guild wars, of course. So I hope that this has helped you out. I hope you have all learned something, and I do hope that some of you are a little bit more knowledgeable on what you want to aim for in the game and what stats to go for in the training grounds, because it does change for every single person. And I know that people do ask me, what would you put in training grounds? Like, they don't specify what they want to do in the game, so I kind of just assume you want PvP. But I thought I'll make this little guide for all of you to watch right now, and it will help all of you out. So if any of you do have any questions regarding the training grounds, just let me know in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to get to you as soon as possible. This may change in the future because they always bring out new updates. They can make attack speed better, they can make critical rate resist worse, who knows. So things will always change, and I just thought I'd throw that out there as well in case you guys are watching this, I don't know, 6 months time after this video is being released. But yeah, hope you've all learned something new. I hope you enjoyed this guide video, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, take it easy. I'm Woozle Gaming, and I hope you've all had a lovely day so far and continue having a lot of fun as well. See you guys.